Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time is going to be on Joyride. Now, Joyride follows these two friends who grew up together and are now going to China because the one main girl, Audrey, is a lawyer and is going to, originally it was supposed to be for something different, but now it's a journey about her and her friends going to find her birth mother, as she mostly grew up in America and she never grew up in China, which she originally was supposedly from. But of course, this movie, if you saw the trailers, oh man, there is so much about this movie that is definitely not for little ones. Now, I was looking forward to this movie. The fact that this film is just going to go completely over the top of raunchiness, and it's gonna focus a lot more on the Asian type, kind of like if it were an R-rated version of something like Crazy Rich Asians or something like that. And I cannot tell you how much fun I've had with this film. This movie is super well paced, and it's honestly a lot more smarter than you would actually think, because judging by the looks of it, it just looks like another stupid, raunchy comedy film just made just to throw a bunch of gross out humor. And while there is quite a bit of gross out humor, there actually is some meaning behind this whole thing. First off, everyone in the movie is terrific, and it's very well directed. I think the director's name was Adele Kim, I believe. Did a great job with the direction, and the setting, the Asian setting, is outstanding too. Like, it definitely does pay tribute to, of course, the Asian country, though it does take place in America at first. But this is a movie that I feel like is definitely going to be those types of films that is worth marathoning in celebration of, the Asian type, pretty much, because there have been a lot of great ones. My favorite film of last year was one of those types, but it was less of comedy and more of an action/drama film. And this is honestly a movie that actually tends to get very serious in some parts. Like, yes, it focuses a lot on sexual humor and even drug humor, but the movie actually manages to get very deep. And the movie's not too long either. It's only an hour and a half, and the movie, I still feel like, has a lot going for it, as it's a very well-paced film, and it's one that never manages to drag on way too long. And it focuses a lot on friendship too, and I feel like it has a really good message about liking yourself as a person and not really mattering where exactly you came from. In fact, this movie kind of has a twist with the whole mother thing, which I'm not going to spoil for you, but it was kind of interesting actually, because I'm not going to spoil it for you. It does have a lot in terms of its emotion and its raunchy humor, and even when it doesn't get fully raunchy, it still manages to be humorous. Even if it wasn't like fully raunchy, I still feel like there would definitely be a lot of enjoyment. But of course, this is a movie that's really not afraid to take risks when it does come to its raunchy humor. That might be the main focus, but it's a lot more deeper than that. Like, it focuses a lot on friendship. It's definitely a more deep film than it has any right to be. And in the end, guys, I really enjoyed Joyride. There is one thing that I will say, is that there's a part in the movie that just that turns the entire film into a music video with poorly done green screen, but it doesn't last very long. I don't know. That did have a purpose, but I just found it pretty stupid. The rest of the movie I thought was definitely not stupid. It has a very meaningful message. It pays a lot of tribute to the Asian side of the world, and it shows that movies like this aren't afraid of taking risks of just filling with as much raunchy humor as possible, just thrown in your face. So if that bothers you, then this probably isn't your type of film, but I still recommend giving it a watch, because we rarely ever do get comedies like this, because most comedies just tend to focus on raunchy humor and not actually having meaningful stuff. And I honestly feel like this is a ride that's more than worth taking. I seriously cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this film. So yeah, definitely give it a watch. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Mission Impossible is coming out next week. We haven't been getting a lot of humongous blockbuster box office hits lately this year, but hopefully Mission Impossible will make up for that. I mean, it's getting loads of praise right now. we'll just have to hope for the best. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Ward out.